Yes, I have the agenda. Are we ready to start?
Yes, ma'am. The meeting's on you right now. Yes.
Okay. So I'll call the meeting to order. We have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Legal Edgar, can you do the roll call?
Wait. Allen Jackson, not here. Eren Orlando, not present. Albert Curry, excused. Alma Orta,
Here.
Teresa Fonseca,
Here.
Rick Solis, here. I don't know. Chris Haynes,
Present.
we do have a quorum.
You have a quorum, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have any citizens' comments?
We do have some citizen comments that are gonna call in for their agenda items. I know that I got a call that we're gonna call them when we get to their item. I don't know if you got any more, Edgar?
Okay.
Now we're going to comments as soon as we start. We do have some as soon as we start talking about the case.
Can you get a little closer to the phone, but tell Rigo to move away?
We don't have any comments, but as soon as, we're going to be calling people as soon as we start talking about their case,
Okay,
so we can start the meeting.
Okay, item 5, consider approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of March 11, 2020. I didn't receive the minutes. Do the other board members have the minutes?
I didn't get a copy of the minutes as well.
Can we leave this item for next meeting?
yes, ma'am, you can table it for the next meeting and we'll be sure to provide you a copy of the minutes.
Okay, we'll table the item for the next
My,
meeting.
my apologies.
Item 6, staff report, update on the demolition of structures ordered by the board. Do we have any update?
We do have some updates. Mr. Pinzon, can you please show the updates?
I'll go ahead and talk a little bit, Edgar. I know it's a little bit difficult for you there. We wanted to provide the board an update of some of the demolitions that were ordered by the board. Jerry, can you scroll through them so that way we can see them? You can see the before and after for each one. Edgar, can you say which address this one was? I forgot.
This one, it's 1514 Hibiscus Lane.
Okay, Jerry, next.
It'll be 12 Lexington.
Can you repeat that again, Rigo? You're too far away.
12 Lexington.
Okay. Next.
This is gonna be 232 on the said road.
Okay, next.
It's gonna be 4 Water Street.
Jerry, can you mute yourself? Go ahead and repeat it, Rigo.
4 Water Street.
4 Water Street, okay. Next,
Gonna be 2515 Gonzalez Street.
okay. Next, I think that's it, right? There was 5.
There were 6.
6, okay. Next. Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5. So where's the 6th one, Rigo?
So, Valentine demolish.
I can't hear you. You guys need to get closer to the mic.
Yeah, the other one was 520 Constantinople. He complied, remember Mr. David,
Oh, yes. What happened there, board members? This is the great aspect of your actions by issuing the demolition orders. It did put pressure on the property owner and they demolished it prior to us, actually the contractor getting out to the property and demoing it. So we didn't have to expense any funds to demo it. The property owner did demo it by themselves, so that's why it wasn't included on the photos. But your actions are pushing to the private owners to demolish these structures, which is what we kind of want. So you can see the great looking sites now, you know, and they lend themselves for reinvestment now. So thank you for your efforts. And also an update, we did bid out, we are in the process of bidding out, how many more were they, Edgar?
7.
Seven structures.
We have 7 more structures that we're bidding out to right now. So we'll be bringing you guys that update at your next meeting.
Yes.
That's it for this portion of the report, Ms. Fonseca.
Okay, item number 7, public hearings and discussion on possible action regarding the demolition of structures identified as substandard and dangerous buildings. Item A, consideration of possible action on the property of Mario Alberto Niera Jr., whose legal description is south 2/3 of Lot 1, Block 995, Western Division, commonly known as 3902 Vidaldi Avenue. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24(1.4) of Chapter 16, Section 16.55, Sub 2, Sub 1, 165522, 165523A, 165523B, 16552322HI, 16552322R, 16552322U. Do I have a motion to open a public hearing for this item?
I'll make a motion to open.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So the public hearing for this property is open. Do we have a
Jerry?
presentation?
Jerry, yes, can you show the property, Jerry?
Mr. Espinosa, we'll call you in a moment.
Okay, you want me to remain on the line
No.
or you're calling back?
Jerry, can you show the presentation? Oh, there you go. Edgar, can you mute yourself?
Okay, I'll wait for your call. What was your name?
Jerry, can you mute Edgar? Yes, it's on the screen. Yes, it's on the screen. Edgar, you want to describe,
Yes, this is gonna be 3902 without video.
okay.
And
Rigo, get closer to the mic because we can't hear you.
this is gonna be 3902 without the avenue. This is reported by the traffic department. It's gonna be, according to the investigator from the fire department, he said that the whole structure was damaged by the fire, and the rest of the structure was damaged by smoke. Currently, the owner hasn't contacted us. Like, we sent a letter, and he hasn't, made any comments on what's gonna do with the property. But the neighbor right in front of it already told us that there's homeless going inside and doing drugs, and he found some needles, but he called PD, but the PD never showed up.
Okay, thank you, Rigo. Is there anyone on the phone to speak, Edgar?
If you want to, we can wait a few minutes. The person who called was actually calling for a different location. I don't know if you wanna, is it open to public hearing or no?
Yeah, right now it's open to public hearing, so that's, we have any comments or we have anybody on the line that needs to speak on this behalf?
I don't have anybody on the line. Should we give it a couple of more seconds if somebody calls?
Well, I mean, the board always has the right to come back to the item if they wish, but, Madam Chairman, it's on you now.
The owner had notice of this meeting?
Correct. They have notice, they have letters, they have received actually multiple letters. So
Okay.
they know about the meeting.
The city has not received any notification from the owner that they
No,
have any intention to do anything with the property?
no, the owner has not contacted us.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the next item, and if they do contact us while we're in the meeting, I suggest that we take his item at that point,
Okay. So this
based on
is,
the fact that it seems like we probably are not gonna hear from the owner.
thank you. So let's proceed.
So we'll table this item for now. And I'll ask for motion to open item C, consideration of possible action on the property of AA Holdings Land Trust.
Madam Chair, do you want to close the public hearing and then table the item? And I mean,
Okay.
that's up to you.
Yes, let me take a motion to table the item for item A and close the public hearing.
I
Did we
make a
have a
motion
motion?
to close the public hearing on item A and table the item.
I second the motion.
All those for?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. So we'll move to item B. Consideration of possible action on the property of AA Holdings Land Trust, care of Eric Mark, trustee, whose legal description is Lot 4, 5, and 6 of Block 973, Western Division. It is commonly known as 1303 Philadelphia Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025. Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.552322HI, 16.552322R, 16.552322U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I make a motion.
I
A
second.
second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So the public hearing is open for 1303 Philadelphia Street.
This property is gonna be 1303 Philadelphia Street. We got a complaint from code enforcement. And we did receive a call from a loan company that was the current owner at that time. Actually, they sold that company to another company from Palo Alto, California. It's the AA Holdings Land Trust. They asked for an inspection report. We did send them an inspection report, but they never returned our call or never advised us that they were going to do something or fix the property. Now we got a complaint from one of the neighbors in the back of this structure that people are getting inside the structure because this is gonna be 1303 Philadelphia, and we actually talked to the owner of 920 Philadelphia, and he agreed to demolish his structure. Now the homeless that were using that structure at 920 Philadelphia now moved to the 1303 Philadelphia. They made it their home, and it's considered, I mean, what I've seen, it's prostitutes, drugs, uh, they're there, and they're using it as a living quarters. Actually, there's a plumbing issue. I don't know if you can see the pictures. There's a plumbing issue that was never done, and there was never a permit taken out here with the building department. And actually, part of the house, there's some holes on the part of the house that it's basically, falling apart little by little. You can see the holes there that they were done. Nobody took out a permit to fix that or to start working on that. So it's actually a plumbing issue that was never finished.
So staff is recommending what, Rigo?
Just to demolish just the house. It's actually next to an apartment complex. The apartment complex, we have received complaints, but that's actually for the police department, not for us. So we're just asking for the demolish of the whole structure, the whole house, not the apartment complex. It's actually in the same lot. House.
Is that your report, Rigo? This is the end of your report?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone on the call to speak?
No.
Edgar, do you have anybody on the call and no comments from the public or the owners?
No, while Mr. Pinzon is showing the pictures, we're looking at the phone, but nobody's calling for this case.
And they haven't called you or mentioned anything or anything at all, right?
No, nothing.
Like I said, just the first company that when we tagged the house as a substandard, the first company, they did call us. They did ask for an inspection report to see what was going on and everything, but they actually sold the property to another company from Palo Alto, California, and they never did contact me or anything. Actually, the manager for the apartment complex next to it said that he will call the trustee, but I'm not sure if he did or he noticed that he had a meeting today. I'm not sure. He never contacted anybody.
All right. Thank you,
Is
Rigo.
the
Madam
apartment-
Chair?
Is the apartment part of this property?
Uh, I believe so. I mean, I'm not sure of that. They're in the same property. They're the same address, but I'm not sure if the owner bought only the house or bought the apartments and the house. I'm not
Okay.
we checked it. The last owner just told us that he sold the house. And the new owner that appears on webcast is going to be A Holdings Land Trust.
And you've sent registered mail to them?
Yes. We sent registered mail and a regular mail, and also we posted the letters there at the structure.
You've gotten confirmation that they received the registered letters?
Yes.
What does the board want to do?
Excuse me?
What would the board like to do with this property?
Well, considering that it's, well, I guess, can we close the public hearing?
Yes, can we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor?
I,
Okay, the
Aye.
is closed.
this property is a block away from Santa Maria Elementary School. And if it's a problem property with a criminal element, then I think we should do our best to resolve that issue.
Is the structure sound? Would boarding all the entrances, windows and doors be appropriate?
No, actually, it is. It is. You can see around. It has burglar bars, but the people still got in through. It was a hole on the other part of the structure.
Rigo, the question from the chairperson is the structure sound or not?
No, it's not.
I mean, it's all masonry. I mean, obviously the plumbing is one issue. I don't know, Ms. Fonseca, from the photos that I'm seeing, I mean, it just needs to be boarded up, I think, if we're looking at preserving the structure. But if they're not doing anything about it, then we need to do something about it. And I think just telling them to board it up is not going to get us anywhere.
Mhm.
That's my 2 cents. So they still have active meters on there?
Edgar, on the letters, the registered letters that were sent out, those were sent out to the new owner?
Yes, we send the certified letters to the new owner, and we also send it by regular mail. And we even left some letters at the structure.
And the ones that were sent to the new owner, when were those sent out? Because I know that you've been following it since the prior owner, but if the new owner hasn't been notified or had time to respond.
Actually, it was May.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna check.
The first owner was notified February 7th, 2020. And then the second owner was notified.
Do you have the letter? I can check the tracking number. Here. Give us a second. Is the letter.
No, that's the inspection.
¿Es esta?
Oh, okay, here it is. 6.
So we sent them a letter in June the 3rd
That was the second letter.
for the new owner. So they were notified on June the 3rd.
Do you have a contact person or is just that company AAA or AA?
The contact person was Henrik Mark.
Okay, that's right.
And here locally, the company was Andy Gonzalez. Andy Gonzalez from Next Gen Property Solutions.
Well, should
The
we,
letter that was sent on June 3rd, do you give them a certain amount of time to respond?
Actually, it's gonna be the same. It's the same company. I have here the letter they sent back to asking for an inspection report.
Mhm.
It's actually the same company. The only thing that the trustee was changed,
Okay,
but it's actually the same company, just that now they're based out of Palo Alto, California.
okay.
Well,
And
maybe-
when was the trustee in Palo Alto, when were they given a copy of the inspection report?
The copy was sent. February 7, 2020.
But that was the first one. I think we need to be sure that we're sending the report to the new owner in Palo Alto and that he's understands that this property is on our agenda for considered demolition or action. And given a deadline to reply, to take action, to reply if he's gonna take action and so forth, you know, or otherwise we'll take action and he has to pay the cost.
and do we want to table this one for the next meeting to give them a little more time to contact them?
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay. Then I make a motion to table item B and to place on the agenda for next month pending contact with the new owners.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. And do we have a motion then to close this public hearing?
We had
I
already,
make a motion to close the hearing.
Okay, a second?
I thought we-
Second.
Yeah,
I
all
thought
in
we
favor?
already closed the meeting. Had we not
Oh,
closed
you-
it?
Oh, you're right. We had closed it
Yeah.
in order to take action. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Has staff heard from the first item? Have we received any telephone calls?
Nope.
No. Okay. Then we'll move on to item C. And we'll ask for a motion to open the public hearing for consideration of possible action on the property of Julian Gonzalez, whose legal description is undivided interest 50% in mid 15 VS of lot 1, block 362, Western Division. It is commonly known as 306 Garza Street rear. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.55 to 1, 16.55 to 2, 16.55 to 3A, 16.55 to 3B, 16.55 to 32HI, 16.55 to 32R, 16.55 to 32U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I motion to open the public hearing.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is open for the property of 306 Garza Street rear.
Is there anyone on the phone, Edgar?
Now, while Mr. Pinzon is showing the pictures, we're looking at the phone. We have not received any phone call.
So well, okay, that's fine.
Well, actually, this property was owned by Longoria Carmen Dominguez, but due to the lack of payment of taxes for the, I think it was LISD, the sheriff's office took over and they auctioned it off, and there was a new owner by the name of Julian Gonzalez from 1937 Margarita Lane. We actually sent the previous owner a notice on December 3, 2019. And then we sent another notice to the new owner on February 7, 2020. They didn't contact anybody here at the building department. And then we sent another notice on May the 5th, 2020. And we posted another notice there at the property that same date. And then the third notice was sent on June 3rd. Yeah, June 3rd, 2020. And he hasn't contacted anybody here at the city. And also code enforcement has the same problem with the nuisance. As you can see the pictures outside, they have a lot of trash outside. They didn't contact anybody there also. No contact from the previous owner and no contact from the new owner.
And what is staff recommendations?
To demolish the whole structure. That's the rear structure, not the front. There's another structure in the front owned by a different owner. That's it.
Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
I make a motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion from the board?
Can we scroll through those pictures again? Does someone know the condition of the house in the front, if that's in decent shape?
Yes, there's a family living there. Those are the ones complaining about the house in the back.
I see, because they don't own it.
No, they don't own it.
Oh. Well, I mean, it looks like it's falling apart. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would proceed with the demolition order on this one. Is
Yeah.
anyone,
I mean, I think they've documented the 3 instances where they've notified the new owner. The structure does look like it's got roofing issues and it's clearly falling apart. I would just ask that the inspectors, when you all take the pictures, can you give us a wider angle so we can see the full structure?
Yes.
so I motion to proceed with the demolition order on this one.
Do we have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So the motion passes.
Oh, before we move on to the next one, so the person that had called in, what item is their item? Do you know?
It's actually this one, the next one.
Okay, perfect.
So right now, I'll be calling the person,
Okay,
okay?
yes.
Okay, well, I'll ask for a motion to open the next item, item D. Consideration of a possible action on the property of Sylvia O. Holster, whose legal description is Lot 1-2, Block 151, Western Division, is commonly known as 1520 Lincoln Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.55 to 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.552328I, 16.55232R, 16.55232U. Do we have a motion?
I motion to open the public hearing.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is open.
Jerry, can you show the pictures first?
Can I get the person in the line while we show the pictures?
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Hello?
Mr. Juan Espinosa?
Yes.
Okay, you are live, okay? Board members, can you hear Mr. Juan Espinosa?
Yes.
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 Mr. Juan Espinosa, the board members are hearing you. The inspector is looking for a demolition order Do you want to talk about your case?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can talk about your case. Yes, we're listening.
Oh, okay. I don't feel that it needs to be demolished. They are repairable, the house and the trailer. Times are hard right now, so I don't have money to fix everything up just like that, but it can be fixed.
Board members, did you hear Mr. Espinosa?
Yes,
Yes?
Okay. Do you have any questions for Mr. Espinosa?
I guess from the photos, we're seeing a lot of trash and debris. Can you get that cleaned up?
Yes, I can.
And then as far as the conditions of the units, really, they're a nuisance because they're broken. They look like they're in a little bit of rough shape. If you think you can fix them, that's fine and well. They need to be boarded up so that no one can access them.
I didn't hear you clearly.
Mr. Espinosa, let me get it closer to the speaker. Rick, can you repeat?
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you can clean up the debris, the trash that's there, get it cleaned out. Deal with the overgrown brush that we're seeing from the photos and board up those units, then we can give you more time to fix them up. We're just trying to resolve the nuisance that the property is causing.
Yeah, I can clean it up a lot better. I can know specifically what they would want.
Basically, the mobile home is open, so you will need to board it up, the mobile home, the windows, the doors, Mr. Espinosa.
Okay. So just to board up the trailer again?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, board up the two trailers that are there. Now, there's also something in the back that we need to look at. Edgar?
Madam Chair, I would like to just interject you. I would want to have a time limit set for the boarding and not leave it open-ended.
Yeah.
So in any consideration of that, a specific time frame for him to comply would be requested from us.
Yes, understood.
What's instruction?
If we can get a report back at the next meeting or in 30 days that he's accomplished the removal of the debris, the cleaning up of the overgrowth and boarding up. You know, if there's something that's still lacking, he can give us, he can make a request for additional time. But I would like to start with at least knowing that in 30 days, we will get a progress report.
Madam Chair, could we have there as a motion in terms of a timeline and what the expectations are for us to report back to you all?
Yes, I'll ask the board for a motion.
So I'll move to have the property cleaned up and boarded up in the next 30 days with a report to this board. Additionally, that they meet all the requirements for code enforcement regarding the growth of the brush and maintain it in the proper state.
I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Espinosa. The board has voted for a motion for you to board the house and clean out debris.
In 30 days.
In 30 days.
Okay, so to board the trailer and clean up the debris?
Yes. And
Okay,
to,
who can I report to so I can,
That'll
see if,
that'll be Rigoberto Rodriguez.
And we have your phone number. We can give you a call in 30 days. Chris Espinosa.
No, first off,
you
That-
put the,
that-
that's the, with the building
Rodriguez.
inspector?
That'll be Rigoberto Rodriguez.
Rigoberto
Oh.
Rodriguez.
Okay,
Rigo, please don't let him hang up yet because we still have the second structure that we need to discuss.
Okay.
so then, complying with that, then, there's not gonna be any order to demolish, right?
Just to talk about the structure on the rear.
Excuse me, for that?
For the two mobile homes, yes. But we still need to talk about the structure on the rear.
Well, the structure on the rear, it's still good. It doesn't leak. It can be fixed and rented.
Can I set up a date with you so we can take a look at that structure in the rear?
Sure.
And that way we'll confirm all the structures of the two mobile homes in front, so we can be in compliance.
Madam Chair, can we request a motion to allow them 30 days so we can meet with them and then we'll bring it back after 30 days for consideration after we see a little bit more detail of the building?
On the rear section?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I believe Ms. Mata made the motion. Would you approve with amending the motion to include 30 days to meet on the rear structure?
The motion is already approved, ma'am, so this would be a new motion.
Okay,
Excuse me, I didn't understand that, to, 30 days to repair the structure?
no,
No. 30 days to report back,
Oh, to report that.
yes.
Oh, okay. And also, you wanted to see the structure in the back?
But we'll set up a meeting between you and me, and we'll go by and
Okay, so then you'll call me and to set up a time for
yes,
the showing?
yes, sir, I will.
okay, so we need a new motion or an additional motion to address the structure in the rear.
so I'll make a motion to give the owner 30 days to report on the condition of the structure in the rear,
In the rear.
And meet with staff.
to meet with staff.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That second motion is approved.
Okay,
All right, Mr. Espinosa, we'll be in contact, probably tomorrow, I'll give you a call.
Okay, tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, about,
I really don't have any idea, but, I'll give you a call between noon.
okay, or afternoon, right?
Yes,
Okay, if I miss your call, I'll call you back.
yes, perfect, that's fine.
Okay, I appreciate it.
On to the next item, item E.
Thank you.
Consideration of possible action on the property of Rita Ramirez, whose legal description is Lot 8, 1964 Eastern Division, is commonly known as Travis and Ejido, located at the southwest corner of Travis and Ejido. Staff declares this property as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.55232HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
So we're open on the public hearing for the property on the southwest corner of Travis and Ejido.
Actually, this property was already tagged, and the demolition order was already signed by Mr. Jackson. The only thing is that we found out that the address, it was a wrong address. Different inspectors did the inspection on that, and they put different addresses, meaning that the structure's in the very corner. It's facing Ejido and it's facing also Travis. We found the legal description to be exact, and the correct address is just Travis and Ejido. Doesn't have a number on it. So that's why we excluded from the previous demolition order and wanted to bring it back to the board just to get it right, you know, the correct address, and giving you a reason also that we didn't follow up on the demolition order that was issued before because of that minor incident that the address was wrong, or well, not wrong, but it wasn't correct, pinpointing the exact location of the structure. And you can see the structure on the pictures. It's actually just 2 or 3 walls that are hanging just by, you know, I don't know, you can see actually the pictures, you can see them that it's actually no structure at all. Doesn't have a roof, just like they're using it just like a junkyard.
Can you remind us what the previous action that the board took on this? Because I remember the item and I remember the gentleman saying that he had been working on building it and he, you know, thought he could still do something with it, but I recall that we felt that it didn't have a structure.
Madam Chair, in the past, we actually got a demolition order for this one, but there was a mistake, several mistakes on the documentation, and that's why we decided to take this case back to the board, because we found some mistakes on the documentation, and we did not want to proceed with a demolition order, and we did not want to proceed to demolish the structure with those mistakes. So that's why we brought this case again to the board, and an inspector is asking again for a demolition order. And I also have somebody in the line that wants to speak about this case.
Okay. So the public hearing is open.
Okay, let me get Mr. Juan Ramirez on the line, okay?
Hello.
Mr. Juan Ramirez?
Yes, él habla.
I'm sorry? Mr. Juan Ramirez? ¿Sí me escucha, Mr. Juan Ramírez?
Ya, ya estoy.
Sí le puede
First of all,
poner. I'm
I
sorry.
want to say that
Yes.
thank you for this opportunity to speak on this place. I know, I think from your pictures, I believe the cars are also bothering there. The structure, it's already ready to just, I could just peel it. You know, it's ready to just peel because it's only like 2x4s holding the thin metal. And I was going to roof it, but then, you know, I wasn't able to get, I took papers from the architect and everything, and that's proof. But then I guess it went good due to the current environmental conditions we are confronting right now. So what I was thinking of doing was that place is open air, and I want to put like an open air art market. You know, clean it all. I have pictures that I can, I'll send you where I'm cleaning all the bricks. Actually, the bricks that this building was como fachada, o sea, the brick that it had on the side, it was a brick that was made here in Laredo from La Lechera, and which that company doesn't exist anymore. So I'm carefully, I can send you pictures of other bricks that I'm cleaning to try not to produce too much waste. You know, that's what I'm doing. And I wanted to know if I can keep the walls that high and maybe, you know, but it's not, it's just going to be like a fence. Or do I have to cut it? Maybe I can cut it maybe halfway and just, you know, instead of it being the fence that high. So that way, when I see you get it, when we clear all this and we are ready to settle in the new reality, I can have like little people that and sell their products and maybe have a food truck or something going there. You know, I really want to do something with it. You know, and I really think you guys are doing a great job. And thank you for the notifications and everything on the door. And I'm sorry I don't get to see you guys because most of the time that I have off, I'm there at night or I go in the morning. But you know, I would appreciate some days so I can get the 2 cars out of there. I'll get that out and I'll spend the week. I sometimes purposely let them grow tall because I'll send you a picture. I cut the weeds with a sickle. And the sickle, I use that to, you know, send it to the people that have only like an acre or half an acre to the ranchitos because it actually is a new thing to you. It's actually food for farm animals. You know, that, and what, you know, sometimes when we get the dry season and hay is expensive and some animals are ain't eating, so, you know, sometimes I tell people, you got that are tall, I'll go cut it. You know, I'll go cut them with the sickle. Don't take me. I can go cut them faster than a weed eater and contaminate the environment. But always say, I just you know, I don't know if there's a report or if anybody wants to meet me there, look at the structure, or give me some days so I can finish cleaning and look at it. And I would like to get approval to some kind of open market open air art market. But either that, or like in the video that you had there, open an urban garden, like the one over there at the Canseco house or something like that, was like the video that I was seeing there. You know, just to, you know, do something. Para que se mire bien, ¿me entiendes? I want to hold it for my kids. Basically, that's what I want to do, and let them later on decide what they want to do.
Madam Chair, this is Mr. Garcia. I'm still recommending demolishing of the entire structure. The gentleman has had time to demolish the structure already, and he has done nothing. So we still recommend structure. It was just a minor error from staff in terms of, and we want to make sure the documentation, the notice requirements were correct. So we are still recommending strongly to demo the structure.
Yeah. Just at least give me the 30 days so we can, you know, so we can, you can see the improvements. I mean, you know, like I say, I could take out those 2 cars there and clean up the whole thing, and then you guys can go look at it and then tell me what. If after the 30 days you still recommend that I just knock off that tin metal or whatever, because the tin metal, tú sabes que con la lámina, cualquiera que le digas lámina gratis, they're gonna come pick it up. You know. So they probably won't even charge to take that tin metal off because, you know, it can make a sombra or you know.
Mr.
So,
Ramirez,
I mean, I don't know if I would,
Mr.
you know,
Ramirez,
I can have like that other gentleman the 30 days so we can see an improvement there. I really appreciate that.
Mr. Ramirez, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the board already had several months ago, maybe even 6 or 8 months ago, had already determined that it needed to be demolished because it does not have any structure holding the metal siding. And I know you mentioned an architect and you wanted to do something with it. But if we don't need to wait 30 days to tell you that it does need to be demolished. You do need to either remove it or else the city needs to proceed with a demolition.
Okay. So then you're asking me for me to peel all the tin metal.
And whatever is holding it together.
The whole structure, actually, Madam Chair. That's what the
Yes.
inspector is asking.
Yeah.
The whole
Yes.
structure, the whole tin metal. I mean, because I remember the brick is already all off. It's just a cuestión that I just go in there and take off the nails y sale ya los clavos. But then what am I going to be permitted to put there? Am I going to be permitted to put like a car tent or something like that?
Madam Chair,
Just a slide tent?
You need to go to the building department with a drawing.
Just use it maybe as a hobby or something.
Madam Chair, I would still recommend demolition of structure. If the board feels like they want to give them an extra 30 days, like Mr. Ramirez mentions, we'll be glad to provide them the 30 days. And if nothing is done after 30 days, we demo the structure.
Okay. I really, really appreciate that.
We would recommend that too, ma'am. So I'll leave it to the board to do whatever they determine is best.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but the phone sounds very echoish, like a lot of reverb on it, and I'm having a hard time. But I think I understood that you're going to motion to give me 30 days.
The board is gonna vote. So let's hear what the board votes. Just give us a second.
I would appreciate it. Okay.
So we need a motion to close the public hearing. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
I,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The public hearing is closed, so do we have a motion from the board?
I make a motion to proceed with the demolition order based on the new address to correct the clerical error. Also, we make to give the owner 30 days to discuss options with the city. And if at the end of the 30 days, nothing happens, then the demolition order will proceed.
Do we have a second?
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So the motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez, Mr. Juan Ramirez. Thank you. We'll be calling you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me give you another number in case you don't come. You can find me at this phone number because this is my son's, my wife, and my phone number.
Okay.
If you don't find me at any of them,
We'll move to item F,
close to the.
consideration of possible action on the
Yes,
property
Mr.
of
Mr. Juan, we'll be
Minerva
calling you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
or
Okay. Well,
Teo.
I believe I got the 30 days, right?
Yes. We'll be calling you in
Okay.
30 a few minutes.
whose legal description is lots 1 and 3, block 341, Western Division. It is commonly known as 1702 Main Avenue. Staff declares this property a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.5523HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I motion to open a public hearing.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Public hearing is open for the property known as 1702 Main Avenue.
do we have anyone to speak for it? Can you hear me? Now we can.
Okay, perfect. Actually, we don't have anybody responsible for this address. The owner has passed away. There's no new owner. We have checked the webcat and nobody has claimed this property. It's a property that holds the mobile home and the house, but the problem is the mobile home. It's uh already, the windows have been broken. The rain has got to the part of the west part of the mobile home, and actually the owner already passed away.
Is the house occupied?
No, it's empty. It's empty. The house and the mobile home they're empty. I went to tag the notice for this today's meeting, and I saw the mail from 2-3 months ago, and nobody has claimed anything. Nobody has picked up the mail. Nobody has opened up the mail since, I think the last I saw was April, May. I saw letters from April and May and June.
So can you go through your notices when they were?
Board member, usually what we do is we send a letter by certified mail, and then we send a letter by regular mail, and then we also attach the letter to the fence or the structure. And we actually do three types of methods to try to contact them, but they haven't called us. Nobody has called us.
It was already approved for demolition, but the same situation, the address was incorrect. It's actually 1702, and the demolition order read 1701.
Yes, board. Basically, we took this case to the board, I believe in earlier this year.
October.
Well, actually in October of last year, and we did got a demolition order. But Rigoberto found some mistakes on the documents, so Rigoberto decided to take this case back to the board. But we actually took this case to the board back in October, and we did got a demolition order. But of course, because of a mistake on the address, Inspector Rigoberto decided to take this case back to the board. And like I said, we've sent letters by regular mail, certified mail, and even left the letters on the fence, but no response.
Okay. Well, if no one's here to speak, I move to close the public meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I would then make a motion to fix the previous demolition order to get the new address on there, as was previously approved.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So the motion passes.
Madam Chair, can we clarify that motion? Mr. Solis, just a little bit, just requesting a straight demolition of the property?
Yes, so my motion is to proceed with a demolition order for this property at 1702 Main Avenue, as was previously approved by this board. The motion is being taken under consideration again to clarify the address.
Thank you.
And this is just for the mobile home.
Yes.
Yes.
Just the mobile, yes.
Correct.
So with that correction, who second the motion?
I second it again.
Okay. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Thank you. So the next item is item G, consideration of possible action on the property of Francisco J. Lerma, whose legal description is plots of what? PTS, I'm not sure what the parts of lots 2, 4, 6, and 8. Block 270, Western Division, tract number 2, It is commonly known as Vidalia Avenue, 1920 Scott Street. Staff declares this property as a nuisance according with the current adopted ordinance 2013-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.5521, 16.5522, 16.5523A, 16.5523B, 16.5523HI, 16.55232R, and 16.55232U. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I make a motion to open the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing is open. Do we have anybody speak on this property?
The property, actually, the property, was the same mistake from the previous, the address is a little confusing. It reads 1920 Scott Street. It's actually without any numbers, Vidalia Avenue. So that's what, the demolition order was already signed by Mr. Jackson, but, the address was incorrect. So I wanted to bring it back to board so we can get the correct address.
I do want to advise the board, we've gotten numerous complaints and issues on this, especially it's been considered a pretty hazardous structure. And we have received, you know, people go in there and it's really unstable. So we have been wanting to demolish it. We do have a person who's interested in acquiring the property that reached out to us when they found out that, or when they saw the tag. They reached out to us. Mr. Hector Chapa will be called right now by staff, and he wanted to talk to the board. Apparently, they've made two offers, I believe. I'm not too sure. He can elaborate a little bit more, but they have an interest to buy the property and do something with it, but we want some assurances that they would act quickly to demolish it, if that's the case.
Board members, I'm gonna call the person that wants to talk about this case.
Okay.
Mr. Hector Chapa?
Yes.
The board is listening to you. Can you please talk about your case?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
The City of Laredo Inspector Rigoberto Rodriguez is asking for a demolition order. Okay, Mr. Chapa?
Right. Can the board hear me?
Yes, we can. hear
Yes.
you.
Okay, thank you for taking your time, taking my call. My shop set up the 6 homes. I have 2 offers that are you able to hear me? Are we still good?
Yes.
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 Okay, so we put in 2 offers last year with the person was Joey Ferguson with Swisher Martin. He's obviously no longer on the, it was expired, and we are still trying to execute these contracts. We're just asking for a little bit of time to try to finalize this deal. We've walked the structure, and we feel that it is able to be salvaged, most of it. And so we're just trying to finalize this deal with getting the owners involved. I tried to get a hold of Francisco Lerma, the son, and he told me it was in the hands of attorneys, and I believe the IRS was involved as well. I was going to ask Mr. Rigoberto to see if he had a contact that I can directly go to try to get this deal done. But I've got two two contracts that were never answered, or they were answered, but they were never, closed. And they were done April 2nd, 2019. I sent those two to Mr. Garcia. So we just don't want to see the building demolished. We want to try to be able to take it off the and get it worked on. And again, my client is we feel that it's salvageable, most of it, and we can get on it as soon as we get a deal done on this building. Just want a bit of time. And if you have any information of the last time you might have contacted the owners, if they can ask them to call me direct, or I can get their number and call them direct just to get this expedited. But we much appreciate it. We had two contracts with the real charge of that building, and those two expired and never were executed.
Madam Chair, our recommendation is still to demolish, but considering that there is somebody that's willing to do something with the building, hopefully, we are okay if you want to proceed with giving them 90 days or whatever time the board thinks is necessary for them to complete that action. But I would still want to make sure that we have the ability to demo if nothing is done within a certain time period.
I agree. Oh, we need a motion to.
Is there any record of the last contact that was made with the owners, or is that public information?
Yes, we can give you that, Mr. Chapa.
Okay.
Last contact was on 2019, June 18, 2019. That was June Lerma. I believe that's the daughter of the of the owner. But I called her and she never answered. And then when there was a person that answered that particular phone number, she said that she will give the message to Miss Lerma, but she never called back.
Okay. So basically, owners, we have not been able to make any arrangements.
And actually, the building is falling apart and it's all on the street.
Yeah, you said the name was June Lerma, June?
Yes, correct.
Am I able to get a phone number from you? Is that possible, or?
956.
Let's give that to him after we're
Okay.
not on.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Okay, so
Get a
if
little bit
there's
of time to make
new
it.
information, we'll take action on this item. So we'll take a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Public hearing is closed. Do we have a motion for this item?
I'll make a motion to proceed with the demolition order based on the previously issued order. However, in lieu of, however, to give the owner 30 days to negotiate with the current interested buyer to try to salvage the building.
So we give them 30 days, so we expect to hear back from them in 30 days. Or else the city will proceed with the demolition. So do we have a second for that motion?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
You're muted, Alma.
Aye.
I was asking if maybe we can amend that to 45 days because 30 days might not be enough if he's having a hard time reaching that landowner.
I'm fine with amending it to 45 days if everybody else is amenable.
I'm fine with that. Second that 45-day motion.
Okay. And do we have everybody for the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes 45 days.
Board members, just to clarify, if in 45 days, they don't buy that structure, we will proceed with the demolition, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, board members. Thank you, Chair, Madam Chair.
For your time.
Thank you, Mr. Chapa.
I appreciate it. 45 days.
Madam Chair, we still need to go back to item A. I believe we did not close that case, item A, 3902 Vivaldi Avenue.
We closed the public hearing and we tabled it. Let me see. Yes, we had a motion to close and table the item.
Yes, they tabled it unless the board wants to reopen or revisit, but they tabled it.
So it's tabled for next meeting or?
Yes.
Okay,
We'll bring it back to you all at the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
so should we go motion
That's
to
all.
adjourn?
That's all the items, ma'am, so we would request a motion to adjourn, ma'am.
I move that we adjourn. I think some people already left. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
So the meeting's adjourned. Thank you.